There it is, the wondrous goat, in its natural habitat, on the mountain slopes. There's another one. Oh my, we have quite the herd here. These goats are dangerous, vicious. Oh, I thought it disappeared. I thought it was after me. Strap in, kids. We're gonna learn everything there is to know about these goats. So here we are inside of Minecraft, and we are taking a look at the goat. These guys will spawn in the mountains. So hit F3. What are we? Gravelly mountains. That's where we are. Gravelly mountains. Do we have any other type of mountains? Wooded mountains. Okay, well that's adorable. So there you go. So any type of mountainous area, these guys can spawn. These two are right here naturally spawned. I didn't have to spawn them in or anything. They are attracted by wheat. They love the wheat. So just like how most mobs can be led with certain types of food, wheat is the one for goats. Then when you feed it to them, they kiss in a really weird way, and then you get a baby goat. Hooray! Now, what is interesting about goats is that they don't drop nothing. Whenever you kill a goat, it will not drop anything. There's no string, there's no milk, there's no nothing, no mutton. You don't get anything. So killing a goat is really just for the experience only, and that's it. Every goat that spawns in, there is a 2% chance, tiny little chance. So 1 out of 50. Generally, that's, statistics don't always work that way. But so in general, about 1 out of 50 spawns will generate a screaming goat. This one right here should be a screaming goat. I hope so. You know what? Let's just brute force this. Nope. Oh, it worked. It worked. Okay. I didn't even have time to open up the chat to get a command block. I used a command to create this guy. He is a screaming goat. So you can hear that his sound is quite a bit different than the other goats. Wait, these guys are all natural spawns too. What? We have like a goat army up in here. So the screaming goat will make that really, really loud screaming sound. This could be a very bad idea. Yeah, this is not a great idea. Oh no. There has to be like some Mojang employee that made the scream for these guys. That sounds way too human. That is not a real goat scream. Okay, well, anyway, that is what a whole bunch of screaming goats sounds like. I didn't even get as many as I wanted, but there you go. I'm not... We're just gonna seal this up and be done with that. Goats can jump up to 10 blocks high, and they tend to do that when like trying to get from one place to another. So I have this kind of thing set up right here. This is 10 blocks apart. I'm gonna jump way up in the air. It's actually 9 blocks apart, but I'm hoping that I can catch a goat jumping. I created a pin over here, which is very, very tall. And as you can already see, this is not quite 10 blocks, but you can see there's a goat on there, and I did not put a goat on this wall right here. So it did that all by itself. Okay, I've created just a few more goats down here to see if we can catch any of them. There may actually be too many goats at this point. I don't think they can move at all to do anything. Do you think they're gonna notice me? Do you think I can hide amongst the goats? Now, goats will ram players and mobs, knocking them around. And if they hit a mob that is a hostile mob, that mob will not get upset with them. So you don't have to worry about them like setting off a creeper in your base. And basically what they do is they run a check to see if, there's something moving. And if it is moving, then I guess it fails. And if the check is successful there, then it will hit whatever it is focused on, and it does that check within 16 blocks of the goat, and it needs at least 4 blocks to sort of start running to ram the player or entity or mob that it hits. Oh man. Goats will do this wind up where they lower their heads and attack. So if you are very like sharp-eyed, you can notice that they're about ready to do that and avoid getting hit. Using a bucket on a goat will produce milk. Now, this is just the normal milk. It's not like goat milk or anything like that. But you can milk a goat and get normal milk. There is an advancement with goats. If you put down a boat and the goat gets in the boat, well, before another boat gets in the goat, before another goat gets in the boat, oh my gosh, you can see that this was a rhyming travesty, then you can get the advancement, whatever floats your goat, which is get in a boat and float with a goat in a boat. Now, over here in the Bedrock edition of the game, things do work a little bit differently. First off is I feel like the goats are attacking each other, which they never did before, and maybe that's just that they're in the way of each other on their way to attack me, but that was definitely not happening in Bedrock or in Java. But the main thing, and if any of these goats will actually attack, one second, I think I maybe have too many goats here. Maybe I've culled enough goats. But if they smack into a solid object instead of the player, they will break off a horn. You basically have to listen for their little growl. Oh my gosh. Murdered that other goat. And then try to hide behind the other side of this solid object and hope that they hit it instead of you. There we go. Oh, he didn't do it. I've been working on getting this horn to break off of one of these guys for like 30 minutes. I can't get it to happen. This guy looks locked on target. He is. There. Nothing. It didn't work. I don't know what is going on. This guy. Locked on target. You are so rude. And believe me, I have tried to just move out of the way so that they smack into something. My game is on no breaky the goat mode. That's the mode I'm on. And basically that is it about these frustratingly mean little mobs. In Bedrock Edition, during some of the betas, the goats, if they struck a solid object while trying to ram you, would break off a goat horn, and you would actually be able to use that goat horn as a horn and create that like raid sound effect, the raid horn sound effect. And I tested a whole bunch in Bedrock, couldn't get it to work. I think it has been removed. Hopefully that will come back, and for Java as well, because I absolutely loved that feature because you got this really cool horn. The model of the goat actually broke off a horn, so a goat could only do this twice before it didn't have any horns left. It was really, really cool, and hopefully they add that in the future. There you go. Everything to know about goats. I hope that you found this video useful. If you did, please give this video a like. Also, make sure you subscribe, leave a comment down below, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.